So why the are we still going to America on vacation? You wouldn't have gone on holiday to Nazi Germany, would you? You wouldn't have gone and spent your hard-earned money in a state that was actively committing a genocide, would you? You wouldn't have knowingly gone and spent your money and therefore supported an economy of a state that was knowingly committing human rights monstrosities, would you? How many countries has the US bombed in the last 12 months? Yemen, Somalia, Iran, Iraq, Syria. They've obviously massively funded the genocide in Palestine. They've kidnapped the Venezuelan president. Oh, they're kidnapping their own people on the streets and shooting people in the face if they dare to try and stop them. But you want to go there. You want to choose to go there. I can only assume that if you've managed to get a visa to go to the United States of embarrassment, you likely have the opportunity to go to many other places. Explain it to me like I'm 5. There's one thing, it's difficult to avoid supporting America in some sense because so much is owned by them. So many companies are owned by them. And I'm trying not to be too judgmental, but if you're actively choosing to get on a plane, pay your visa fees and go spend money in that hellhole, can you explain it to me? Because I don't understand. The whole country music hype that was going on in 2025, you could call me a tin foil hat, whatever. I believe that was propaganda. I think that was a deliberate campaign to make America cool again, to distract us from the disgusting things that they keep doing. And I fear that a lot of us fell for it. A lot of us ate it up. America is fascist. And if you are choosing to go there for a jolly, you are supporting fascism.
The USA boycott by the rest of the world, the other 7.7 billion people. The United States is only 350 million. They're all boycotting the United States of America. They're boycotting coming here in tourism. We're set to lose 70 billion just in 2025. They're boycotting our products. And they are saying these horrible things about the USA because they're true. We have bombed 7 countries in less than 1 year. We actually attacked a country and kidnapped their president. Now multiply that by another 3. Not only will we have a recession, we will have a depression, and we will not recover from our relationships with the rest of the world, which we need because we are a global economy.
Hi, my loves. Welcome back again to my YouTube channel. It's so good to have you. Thank you so much for clicking. When you saw this video, so I came across this on my FYP of so many people asking for US boycott, right? A lot of people wanting people not to come to the US, people living in the US wanting those outside not to come to the US, while you have people, outside saying that nothing is taking them to the US anymore. You know how people just decide to cancel their trips and all of that. That's exactly what is happening right now in the US. And so many people deciding not to go for World Cup, so many people deciding to cancel their vacation. Like, it's just a lot, right? Well, I'm going to let the rest of the videos roll, then I'll come back with more commentary. Please do well to like and subscribe, and don't forget to drop your own take in the comment section. Credit belongs to original creators of these videos. Let's go watch.
To all the countries around the world that supply America with their goods, from their clothing to their food, to their vehicles, to their electronics, how about we boycott America for a few weeks? Stop sending stuff over there. They have no production over there in America, so let's just see if we can teach them a lesson. Just a thought.
I'm sorry, but USA, you can no longer provide a safe environment for world athletes and international visitors. The World Cup and Olympics should be relocated.
People don't hate us because they ain't us. They hate us because we go around the world dropping bombs on them and acting like a bully. Because if you're actually worried about U.S. national security, you should be a lot less worried about Greenland and immigrants and a lot more worried about how Trump's words and actions are causing people all around the world to radicalize against Americans. And with good reason. When the President of the United States is openly discussing invading and stealing a foreign country, not because they committed an act of war against us or because we have any territorial claim to that land, but because he wants it. When they go in and kidnap a foreign leader, no matter how hated, and when he makes no secret of the fact that his interest in those countries is to plunder their natural resources, why would anyone like us? And I'm not even talking about governments here. I'm talking about individuals and individuals that form groups, especially when they see that their governments and institutions aren't doing enough to condemn and stop the United States of America. There are Americans who get this and Americans who don't. And to the ones who don't, you need to wake the F up and realize he's the one causing anti-American sentiment to go through the roof.
If you're a non-American and you're pissed about what Trump's doing right now, can I just give you permission as an American to boycott the shit out of us? The US is currently a danger to herself and to others. They don't care about international law or human rights. The only thing that currently speaks in the US is money. We haven't been a full democracy in years, even before Trump. We're basically an oligarchy. So boycott on your own, join a Facebook group. I'll try to find some groups and link them below. If you hate what is happening, hit us where it hurts, and that is in the wallet.
So we're boycotting America. Easy to say, far harder to actually do. America being the most capitalist cunty country of them all means that it has monopolised pretty much every industry ever. But there are ways to make sure that your hard-earned cash is not lining the pockets of the terrorist state. First up, stocks, ISAs, pensions. Stocks and shares, ISAs, amazing way of making money on your savings. However, a lot of them are tied to US companies, particularly BlackRock. BlackRock is the world's biggest asset manager. And guess what it invests heavily in? US defense contractors, surveillance tech, Israeli companies and settlements. If you want to make sure that your ISAs and your pensions aren't invested in things like that, there are ways to go about it, such as free trading. That's where you can choose what companies and what countries you want to invest in. You've also got Trading 212, which is an app that lets you exclude US stocks. The best option because it still does operate in Israel, but at least you have a little bit more freedom of choice there. You can choose instead to invest your money in renewable energies or cooperatives. Obvious change that you can make is the streaming sites. Netflix, Amazon, Disney, Amazon Prime especially, or Amazon as an entity, pure evil. Try and step away from it if you can. I would offer alternatives here, but honestly, I just think that we should just get back into reading. And then obviously just avoiding the big chains like McDonald's, Domino's, Starbucks, all US owned. Support local businesses instead. We should all be doing this anyway. Ethical consumption is not going to save the world immediately, but it is definitely a good way to start. And the best way to wage war against America is by using the thing that it loves the most. Money, money, money.
You know, when these boycotts started, a lot of MAGA supporters were like it's normal. People just do not want where there's structure and order and all of that. But right now, a lot of them are seeing the impact of what the decision that they all had made in the past, right? They are saying that it's affecting them as well. Because if the rest of the world keep avoiding the US, guess who is going to suffer? It's actually the masses, the vendors, people who have businesses, people who tender to, tourists. Because if people have refused to come to the US, then that's the problem. People are not going to make money. Imagine the tourism industry losing lots and tons of money, because a lot of people have decided, you know what, we are not coming to the US anymore. We are just going to stay back wherever we are coming from instead of, going to the US. I've seen videos of people saying, oh, we are deciding to go to another country. We actually planned our trip to the US for this summer, but this period we are deciding to go to other countries. That is another money being sent to another country. Every day that somebody decides not to show up or cancel their trip to the US, a business owner is losing money. Yes, and you might even be the one without even knowing that, you have lost money. Because if somebody has planned to come to Miami for, the summer and all of that, and you a business owner in Miami, who knows, that person would have come to your place to buy things, right? But somehow, because you voted against your own interest, this is exactly what the result is becoming, right? People are like thinking, why would I come to a place where I'm not safe, that I'm not even sure of the outcome of my trip, whether I'll be arrested at the airport or whether you're going to be profiled, staying hours, answering questions. Some people have to submit their, what have you, their social media handles and all of that. So many things. Just so many things that comes to the mind of people, and a lot of people are deciding to sit it out, just stay back in their houses instead of going to the US. Okay, and some people deciding, okay, instead of going to the US, maybe we should go to Canada or go to Europe or just go to somewhere else, go to Africa instead of going to the US. It's becoming a lot of debate online because people didn't see this coming, even though a lot of people want them of the after effect of their decision, because somehow this is what a lot of people voted for. I also saw videos of people and comments of people saying this is exactly what I voted for. I want everybody out. I just want peace. America should remain the way it used to be. And everybody just keep asking, when was America really great? This question is something that everybody really needs to answer, especially if you're MAGA and you keep using the word, oh, make America great again. You need to really answer yourself this question. When was it really great? And what kind of greatness are you guys actually seeking that, makes people unhappy, separate people from their families and all of that? This is something that we all need to start asking ourselves as humans, right? Because it's really affecting a lot of people. It's going to affect even more people, right? I've told you guys about the business owners and all of that who is going to be affected, but it's still going to affect a lot of people. Okay, with all these things that is happening and all the boycott, trust me, even you can be affected. So it's not like it's just one person. It's not like it's people that voted blue alone that will be affected, right? But yeah, guys, let me know what you all think in the comment section. I really love to read from you guys. Please do well to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget to give the video a thumbs up so that more people can see it. I look forward to seeing you all on my next video. Credit belongs to original creators of these videos. Thank you for watching, guys, and see you all on my next. Bye, guys.